Viewer subscription is advised.
Lights, camera, action!
So I'm awake super early on Thanksgiving. Yesterday I spent the majority of the day just like cleaning up the apartment. And I was up early yesterday as well. And by about 10 o'clock last night, I crashed. So yeah, only been up for about an hour now. And really just kind of been putzing about, not really doing anything. To be honest, I wasn't going to do anything for Thanksgiving. After a couple of years of hosting, I was just like, I don't feel like it this year. Plus, money's a little tight. So I was just like, this year I'm not going to do anything. Just tell everybody. But my friend Nikki hit me up. She was just like, nah, we're going to do something. So she ended up getting like a lot of food from this restaurant called Annie's Soul Delicious. We'd heard good things and it seemed like the way to go. So she actually picked everything up yesterday and dropped it off yesterday afternoon, since we'll be having dinner here. Dropped everything off yesterday afternoon. She told me it was a bit of a, it was a bit chaotic picking everything up. And yeah, I will be heating up all the food later on. That's it, y'all. I talked to my upstairs neighbor about some of the thumping and bumping that takes place up there late at night. I was telling him, I was just like, night before last. It's like, man, I don't know what's going on up there. And he swears he doesn't know what it is. But he was like, well, I tell you what, I'm not, because he tends to like just fall asleep in the living room. So he was like, I'm not going to sleep in the living room tonight. I'm going to sleep with my wife in the bedroom. I'm like, okay. And he was like, if you, let me know if you hear anything, if you don't hear anything, whatever. Because I explained to him, I'm just like, these late night hours are really when I'm able to create, when I'm able to write. And he's like, yeah, we gotta, we can't have you not writing. So he said, let's do this, see if this resolves the issue. So been up for a good hour and a half, haven't heard anything. As opposed to last night when that scraping was just off the chain. By the way, I just want to address something real quick. Someone hit me in the comments on my previous video where I was talking about neighbor noise and stuff like that. They're just like, when are we going to get back to screenwriting? And the first thing I want to say is that this is not a screenwriting channel. It's not a screenwriting channel. This is a J Fingers channel.
What's up, YouTube? Subscribe to my channel.
So this channel is about me, my life, my journey. Now, a large part of my journey is the pursuit of screenwriting. So sure, I'll be talking about it a significant amount. But if you are coming here strictly looking for and hoping for nothing but screenwriting content, that's not what it is. There are lots of other channels that are strictly screenwriting, but like I said, this is a J Fingers channel. So, having said that, me talking about stuff like neighbor noise does affect the screenwriting. As I said, I talked to my neighbor and explained what it is, and he was straight up just like, oh yeah, we can't interrupt your writing. Like, we gotta figure this out so that you can write. So when I talk about like upstairs neighbors or the neighbors in the building next door or anything that disrupts my concentration and my creative process, it ties into screenwriting. So there you go. I was able to get some pages done last night. Not last night, but yesterday. And, that's good. I'm proud of that. I don't know if I'll get any writing done today, but I'm going to try. Also, the short film that I was hoping to shoot over this period, Thanksgiving period, I haven't gotten into that, mainly because of the nighttime noise. And I seriously doubt that I'll be able to get into any of it tonight. But I still have a couple of days left. Gonna see what I can do. I might not be able to shoot the entire short, but if there are parts that I can shoot, then I will do that. At least get the ball rolling on that project. I also went out a couple of nights ago, went to Hollywood, and was chatting with my buddy Doug. Doug is the writer and producer of the film People Passing, which I saw several weeks ago. Told y'all about that. That was when I failed sober October that night. But just talking to Doug about some of the stuff that I want to do. And, he was just giving me a whole lot of advice, just like, a lot of good advice as far as like approaching shooting films and, what to think about, what to consider, how to deal with certain elements. For example, if I'm going to use SAG actors, I got to figure all that out. Just a lot of, like I said, a lot of good advice. I mean, Doug has a feature film under his belt, so any advice that he can give me, I'm certainly going to listen to. I'm certainly going to consider. Shout out to Doug. Thank you. I know he doesn't watch more than a minute of my videos. I'm giving you shit, Doug, but if you made it this far, I do appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. I think I am probably just going to go back to bed, try to get a little more rest, and then wake up later, finish kind of like straightening up, and get ready for this holiday. Oh man, so it's much later. I don't know, it's about like 12:30. Got some good sleep, woke up and, just started straightening up. Made a little breakfast sandwich, breakfast biscuit, sausage biscuit with egg. I know they say you're not supposed to eat breakfast or whatever on Thanksgiving. Save room for all the food, but fuck that, I was hungry. So, made a little breakfast sandwich. And I'm gonna start heating the food up in about an hour. It'll take me about a good hour and a half to heat everything up. So gonna get started, like I said, in about an hour. The spot where we got everything from failed to give us the reheating instructions, and they weren't answering the phone last night. So I went on social media, I went on their Instagram, and I'm just like, yo, can we get the reheating instructions? So not only did they send them to me via DM, they also posted the instructions on their Instagram. They were just like, just in case anybody needs this. So got the reheating instructions, and I've kind of mapped out when I should begin reheating and kind of like the order I should do it in. So we should be good to go. Looking forward to this. Hopefully everything is good. This place, Annie's Soul Delicious is the name of it. Good reviews, people seem to like it. So hoping that this was a good choice. Yee doggy. All right, I'm going to, once again, just finish straightening up, just put things in their place so that everyone's comfortable when they come over to eat. I did laundry yesterday, so I want to try to put away at least most of this laundry, then enjoy the day, yo. All right, so I've been on reheat duty. Everything, for the most part, is reheated. The last two things, turkey, which is in the oven, and the gravy, which I'm gonna heat up on the stove, but everything else sitting here in like pans, foil pans. Currently got Loverboy on TV. It's one of my favorite movies, like all-time favorite movies. Came out in '89. I love the '80s. That's the best era of movies. And it's, again, one of my favorite movies. It massively, massively influenced my storytelling style, my sense of humor, just my overall sensibilities. I love it. Patrick Dempsey, Vic Tayback is in it, Carrie Fisher's in it, Kate Jackson. It's good. It's funny. Y'all don't care. Anyway, almost done. Nikki's almost here. And yeah, we will soon get into Thanksgiving dinner. And I also got my bevy, yeah, got that Tito's, baby. So good. So dinner was successful. Had a great time. Nikki already went home, so I think I'm gonna go to Hollywood, have a little fun. All right, friends, we made it to Hollywood. Been a fucking night in elbow room. Sorry. So, had a pretty good night tonight in Hollywood. Hung out, saw my people, had drinks, spent more money than I should have. So I gotta figure that out. But what is important is that I had a good time, made memories with people, however fleeting those memories might have been. On the way home, I'm just gonna not come out for the next couple of days. I am going to the movies. Gotta catch up on movies. I hope that y'all had a fantastic Thanksgiving. For those of you like in the States who celebrate and all that, hope you had a fantastic Thanksgiving. Hope you spent time with loved ones, family, friends. Hope you ate well, ate good food. If you don't celebrate, I still hope that you enjoyed the time if you got the time off, or you just had fun and just lived life. And for my people outside the States, hey man, I hope y'all are having a good time too. But this concludes my Thanksgiving episode. Yeah, catch y'all in the next one. That's it.